Hello, 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 and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to this week's business shout outs. Thank you so much to everybody who's been watching over the last 8-9 weeks. They've been really well received. I'm really enjoying doing these still, and we've got plenty more weeks in the bag for you. I'm just going to give it 10 seconds or so, 20 seconds, just to make sure we get some people tuning in and get the go ahead from the team that everybody can hear and see us. But just a quick hello, and Tom Beavan, thanks so much for joining us this week. How are you?
All good, thank you. Yeah, the sun is shining, so yeah.
It's all good. And this is the first time you've kind of done a live interview, isn't it? So
yeah,
popping your Facebook Live, Cherry.
yeah, definitely, exactly. So yeah, a bit nervous, but I'm sure you'll look after me.
Absolutely, I always do. Yeah, you've got nothing to worry about. Great. So we've got quite a few people watching already. So hi, everybody. Thank you so much. If you've got any questions, do pop them into the comments box below, or just say hi, give us some thumbs up. That would be amazing. So for anybody who is watching that hasn't watched in the past, every week for the last kind of 9 weeks or so, we've been doing, or 8 weeks, we've been doing a business shout out feature here on Facebook that we usually do on Twitter. But we brought it over to Facebook as a way of supporting the small business community during the kind of lockdown period in the UK at the moment. And we've had a really, really great response. If anybody else wants to join us, please do just email us info@naturallysocial.co.uk and we'd love to get you on. And we've had hairdressers and beauticians and carers and photographers, loads of different businesses. Today, we are joined by somebody who I really admire and who I've worked with in the past, Tom Beavan of Tom Beavan Wesbites. Hello, thank you for joining. Tom built our website. So at the beginning, no, it was last year, I think, wasn't it? Towards the end of last year. Towards the end of last year, we went live with our new brand. Tom built the website, designed by Sarah Perrott of Whitespace Agency. It's amazing. And he's amazing to work with as well. A joy, you know your stuff. So tell us a little bit about you. Tell us about your career and what you essentially do in your job in normal times.
Well, thank you for a very nice intro, Natalie. That was very kind. But yeah, I specialize in websites, particularly in website design and the build at the front end of the website, so how it looks, and really trying to showcase to companies of all sizes, really, just allowing them to promote themselves and get their brand across online. Really, it's it's something I've always sort of done since college, university. It's always sort of been computing. It's always been something I've been interested in. I've never done anything else, so it's something I'm quite experienced in. And yeah, I love it.
And I know not to get too techie with people, but do you specialize in like WordPress? Because all your builds are really custom built, aren't they? As well,
Yeah.
Majority of.
Yeah, exactly. So I do specialize in WordPress. That's my CMS of preference, just because it's really easy for you guys and sort of clients to use. So I basically use WordPress, the admin, to allow you guys to update content. But like you sort of said, the front end of the website is completely bespokely designed to match your sort of goals and objectives and your brand. And then, yeah, it's all based around meeting your objectives and tailor-made, really. So it's not, I know WordPress can have, some people can think it's just an off-the-shelf thing, but it's a good tool to use if you customize it, I feel.
If you know how to, exactly. And I think that's a really key point, because like I said, our website is built on WordPress. It doesn't look like a WordPress website because it is custom built. And I think that's a really important message for some people who are having websites designed or work with web designers, is the difference between an out-of-the-box kind of package template that WordPress allow people to have, like Wix and stuff, if you don't have a big budget. But actually, when they work with somebody who, like yourself, who is expert and can code and do all that stuff, actually you can build something pretty unique.
Yeah, exactly. There is a lot of tools out there like Wix, and it does match some people's their needs, and they're sort of it all comes with a constraint and budget, and that's perfectly understandable. But again, I sort of feel if you can have a website that is tailored to again match your objectives and your brand as well, it's all well and good sort of getting a website off the shelf, but it's never, you've always got to sort of tailor it to, you're always constrained to what the template will do essentially. Whilst if it's sort of designed bespokely, again, I can sort of go through the objectives, what you need to achieve, whether it's a certain look and feel you're after, or whether it's you want more traffic to your website. Whatever the objective is, the sort of build stage can be sort of tailored to meet your objectives.
Absolutely. So if anybody wants to check out Tom's work, do head over to our website. It's www.naturallysocial.co.uk. Check out his work along with, as I said, the wonderful Sarah Perrett of Whitespace Agency, because it looks and feels like our brand because of the work that she did on the design built with Tom as well. So moving on, tell us how you've kind of been affected. What's life been like in lockdown for you, and have you seen a change to your business?
Yeah, it's definitely sort of different in terms of the location where I work. So I'm working from home at the moment, obviously, because I can. I am missing having an office environment. So that's a big change. I've moved my office from being downstairs to upstairs. So my office is now in my bedroom, which isn't ideal, purely because I've got the kids running around downstairs with my wife. So yeah, it's easier for me to sort of separate myself being upstairs. So, but from a productivity point of view, I feel like really fortunate that I can still get on with my work. Again, it's sort of one of those things that I can work remotely, so that hasn't been affected.
Yeah.
I've had a few bits sort of delayed, or projects delayed, again because it affects all businesses, and I work very closely with lots of businesses that have been affected. But the way I sort of run my business, I work directly with design agencies to help them with websites. I also work directly with businesses of all sizes, small to startup to medium-sized businesses. So again, I haven't sort of got all my eggs in one basket, I'd say. So I've been quite fortunate that I am still able to keep busy and still got lots of work. So yeah.
Brilliant. So that's really promising. Yeah, that's really good to hear. So pretty much it's been business as usual for you, just apart from changing where you operate, and because you're in the kind of web technology, you've been able to just kind of pick up and move it to home. I guess how have you supported other businesses during this time? So if somebody has, have you done anything innovative or different in your way of working for a start? But also, if somebody has come to you and said, actually, I need to put a project on hold, Tom, kind of how have you responded to that?
I've just been as helpful and as understanding as I possibly can. Like I said, I feel massively fortunate to be able to work, but I completely understand that that's not the case for everyone. So again, I had a project lined up that was due to start in sort of June time, so very shortly. But again, I was happy to sort of give them a large percentage of their deposit back, because again, cash flow is a thing for lots of people. So again, I've got sort of complete sort of faith in my clients, and I'm more than happy to help them. And again, since that particular client has come back, the deposit's been paid back, and we've just got the ball rolling. So it's
Brilliant.
And again, with regards like website hosting and things like that, some clients have sort of asked if they can sort of put it on hold, and I'm more than sort of happy to do that and try and cater for anyone who's struggling, really. So it's not easy.
That's really good. Yeah. Well done. I think that's really commendable, and obviously it's natural. It's a natural kind of choice. But how people choose to treat others during this time will definitely kind of pave the way to how that business is used in the future, and as we start coming out of lockdown, particularly. Similarly, we've had a few clients who have said, we actually need to put a hold on stuff. And rather than exercising any sort of get out clause on their contract, you know, it's been put on hold and stopped there and then. And we're trying to do as much as we can to still provide them with support, whatever that looks like. So
yeah,
that's fantastic. So you're not missing the glove factory then too much, because that's where.
Yeah, I do love the glove factory, even though I've got an office around the corner from the glove factory. You'd often find me sort of hanging out, getting a coffee down there, which I absolutely love and am missing. And yeah, I know a lot of the guys at the glove factory as well, so it's always nice catching up with them. So yeah, I am definitely missing the glove factory.
Yeah, missing the interaction from everybody else, because it's such a creative space as well. So
Yeah,
big shout out to everybody at the glove. Hi.
yeah, same.
Excuse me. So what's your plans from here out then? What's the kind of thoughts in terms of how you're going to develop your business, or do you think you'll work differently? Like what are you kind of thinking?
Yeah, it's a very good question. And again, it's something I've been thinking a lot about. And again, sort of chatting with my mentor as well to try and plan out the future. Things have gone sort of really well so far. So it's about, yeah, what the sort of next steps are, and yeah, what's right for me. There's lots of different avenues that we can sort of take, but it's, as I'm sure you found, it's trying to find the right time and the right approach. Really, I'm one of these people that I don't want to make a mistake, which I know I need to sort of get over with that sort of the growth mindset sort of approach, and know there's going to be sort of mistakes along the way. But yeah, with regards to sort of growing business, it's a difficult one. It's whether I sort of stay with Tom Beavan, or again thinking about potentially branching out and sort of creating a separate sort of a micro agency to a degree, and really sort of going for it.
So are you
whether now's the right time?
Yeah, have you had enough time then during lockdown? If your work demand is still there, have you had enough time to work on your business and not in it? Because that's what I was going to say, because when we met, that was your predicament. Like, you love what you do. You're toying with this idea of changing it into a kind of a micro agency versus your personal brand, and being a personal brand, back to being Tom Beavan. But there's that, like, where do you start? Where do you stop? And you are delivering the product. And if you haven't had any downtime, you need that time to work on the business to make those next steps. So if you haven't, talk to us about that. Like, how you find it, process that.
That is absolutely right. That is, and again, we probably chatted about that a while ago, so I feel guilty for not progressing it as much as I would have liked. But it's it's one of those things. I know where I sort of want to get to, and I feel like I've made really good progress over the last year. And again, putting a plan in place with my mentors gone really well. But again, comes down to the point. I don't think it's an excuse. It's, at the moment, I'm sort of flat out, and it's, again, working evenings and weekends, and sort of the amount of work that goes into sort of running a business, or again, working on the business, isn't a problem for me. It's something I've always sort of done. It doesn't feel like work to me when I'm working on my own stuff. So it's not a case of that. I think for me, it's, with regards at the moment being on lockdown, it's trying to spend a bit more time with supporting my wife and my family. I know she's got it a lot more tougher than me, having our 4 kids downstairs, trying to homeschool them and look after them. So again, without her and the support that she gives me to allow me to run my own business, I wouldn't be able to have got as far as I would without her support. So it's about, rather than me spending extra time in evenings and weekends to put towards I guess improving my business or growing it, at the moment it feels like the priority should lie a bit more towards giving her some sanity and sort of adult conversation.
Absolutely. I think that's really lovely to hear. And big shout out to any parents homeschooling
Correct
right now, because I don't have children and I know I couldn't do it. So well done to everybody, and thank you for everything key workers are doing. And big shout out to the parents. I am in my thoughts. We've got a couple of members in the team who are homeschooling and have kids, and I'm trying to make it as supportive an environment for them and give them some adult time as much as possible too. So
Yeah.
I think it's a really good point. I think sometimes we can put a lot of pressure on ourselves to think, where can this business go? Where should this business be going? When actually, if we're honest, or sometimes it's okay to be honest with yourself and say, I'm quite happy how this is. It doesn't need to be anything more, anything bigger. But we're very entrepreneurial minded, and sometimes that's quite hard to swallow. So just be.
For the time being, it feels like that's sort of the right approach to go for everyone. Me, if it was just me, it would be a different story. But I've got to not just think about me when there's others involved.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. So I'm going to put you on the spot here and say, two questions, similar vein. What one piece of advice would you give to somebody running a business, thinking about running their own business or becoming self-employed?
I think what's helped me get to sort of the stage I'm at is I know a lot of people say it, but it is hard work, and realizing that you've got to be open to do things that others aren't. For example, it's again, I worked for agencies throughout my whole sort of career, but I didn't just wake up one morning and go, I'm going to start my own business. I've freelanced in evenings and weekends and sacrificed a lot of sort of time. And again, without the support of my wife, I wouldn't have been able to do it. If she wasn't supportive of me working most evenings and weekends as well to build up my business, then it would never have happened. So it's just preparing people. It's not going to be easy, and you do have to make sacrifices, put the time up there to build it. And the second bit of advice I'd say is getting out of your comfort zone, and just sort of the only way you're sort of going to grow and learn is to put yourself in those situations that you're not going to be comfortable with. Like I am today, I'm not comfortable doing this at all and going on camera. But again, it's about sort of, once you keep doing it, you're going to naturally get better at it. And
Good. I love that. Really good piece of advice. And then lastly, bring it back to web dev and all things lovely websites. What piece of advice would you give to somebody looking to start a new website project?
I think my advice with that would be to really have a good think about why you want a new website. Again, some people are thinking about getting a website because they just think they need a website. They haven't really thought about why or what impacts that's going to have. Again, all projects that I start with, why are you having a website? And again, I'll be perfectly sort of honest, if they haven't got if their website's perfectly performing as it is and there's no legitimate reason, I'll be perfectly honest with them up front about it. So it's about why they want a website and what they want to get from that website. So it's having a think about that, and then chatting to different companies and seeing which is a good fit. I think that's an important thing as well, that you get on with the company and they understand your needs.
Are there any key questions that you should ask somebody like a web developer? What sort of should they be asking?
I think if you were thinking about getting a website from a company, always look at their portfolio. Look at the websites they've done in the past, or again, a typical thing with companies is that their agency website is out of date and it hasn't got their most recent work on. So if that's the case, just ask them for some examples of recent sites they've done, because the thing is, every company has they produce a different look and feel. I think if you look at a lot of the websites that I've done, you've got there's a certain design style that I have. So if you like that style, and sort of I do I've got quite a modern approach to my design. I like things with lots of spacing and sort of minimalism. Some people hate that sort of style. They like all things crammed in and no space. So it's making sure that you like that company's portfolio and the way they work.
Yeah, love it. Really, really good advice. We've put your details into the comments underneath the video, your Twitter, LinkedIn, Insta, Facebook, your website. So lots of plugs. Thank you so much, Tom, for coming on today. Great chatting to you, and I hope that wasn't too horrendous at our first Facebook Live.
No, not at all. It feels like it was just me and you talking, and that's all I've just had in tunnel vision. It's just me talking to you. There's no one else watching. It's absolutely fine. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That's what it's all about. You are very welcome. Take care. Have a wonderful weekend, won't you? And
you enjoy the sun.
I will. And thank you to everybody who has been watching today. It's been great to have you all taking part and watching. We're back next week at 12:30, and we're going to be talking to Kieran Thomas from Priority IT. So do join us then. And yeah, Tom, thanks so much again. And I'll speak to you all soon. Take care. Bye.